So we're going to learn how to do prime factorization in order to find the GCF of two or more numbers. And in this case, we're going to use the prime numbers, which are in the top right of your screen. Now, as you see, we have two examples. So we're going to start with the first one. And as you know, for prime factorization, we need to write 48 and 32. We're going to find the greatest common factor between 48 and 32. And for this, we're going to find the prime factorization of both numbers at the same time. It's pretty similar as the LCM, least common multiple, but it has a different small detail, which we're going to learn in 2 seconds. So, as always, we're going to divide these two numbers using the prime numbers on top, and we're going to go in order. So we see, is any of those two numbers, 48 or 32, divisible by 2? And you have to see if they are both divisible or just one divisible. So in this case, both of them are divisible by 2. We use number 2, and as both of them are divisible, we circle number 2, okay? And we do the division. So 48 divided 2 is 24, and 32 divided 2 is 16. Now we have 24 and 16. Is any of those two numbers divisible by 2? Yes, so we put number 2, and we ask ourselves, both of them or only one? In this case, both of them, and if it's both of them, we need to circle the number. And we continue. 24 divided 2 is 12. 16 divided 2 is 8. Once again, 12 and 8. Is any of those two numbers divisible by 2? Yes, we put number 2. And it's only one of them or both of them? So as both of them are divisible, we circle number 2 again. And we divide. 12 divided 2 is 6. 8 divided 2 is 4. We have 6 and 4. Is any of those two numbers divisible by 2? Yes, we put the 2 here. And as it's both of them, once again, we circle it. Remember, we only circle the number if both numbers are divisible by that number. So 6 and 4. 6 divided 2 is 3. 4 divided 2 is 2. And now we have 3 and 2. Is any of those two numbers divisible by 2? Yes, so we put number 2 and we see if it's both or only one. So in this case, only number 2 is divisible by 2, number 3 is not. So even if we put the number there, we do not circle it, okay? That's the only difference. So we do the division. 3 divided 2 is not possible, so we just put it down. 2 divided 2 is 1. And we continue. 3 and 1. Is any of those numbers divisible by 2? No, so we go to our prime numbers and we jump to the next one, which is number 3. Is any of those two numbers divisible by 3? Yes, so we put number 3 here and 1 in the bottom. Now, as you notice, it's exactly the same process as LCM. The only difference is that if both numbers are divisible, we circle the divisor, okay? In this case, how do we find the number? It's the same as LCM. We multiply the numbers in the right, but we only multiply the ones that are in circle. So we're only going to multiply 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. We don't care about these two last numbers because they are not circled, okay? So 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16. So the greatest common factor between 48 and 32 is 16. Once again, it seems a little bit long, but trust me, it's the easiest and fastest way to do it once you get used to it. Let's try to make the second one to see if you understand better. In this case, we have 42 and 56. And as always, we write or we draw a vertical line. And we start. Let me erase these marks in the prime numbers. And let's do it. So, we have 42 and 56. Is any of those two numbers divisible by 2? Yes, we put number 2 and we see if it's both or just one. In this case, both numbers are divisible by 2, so we circle it. And we continue. 42 divided 2 is 21. And 56 divided 2 is 28. Good. Now, we have 21 and 28. Is any of those two numbers divisible by 2? Yes, so we put the 2. And we ask, both of them or only one? In this case, only the 28, because the 21 is not divisible by 2. So that's why I'm not going to circle that 2 that I wrote there, okay? But I will do the divisions. So 21 divided 2 is not possible. I just put it down. And 28 divided 2 is 14. Now we have 21 and 14. Is any of those two numbers divisible by 2? Yes, so we put the 2 here. But it's only one, that's why I don't circle it. and I do the divisions. 21 is not divisible by 2, so I just put it down. And 14 divided 2 is 7. Now I have 21 and 7. Is any of those numbers divisible by 2? None of them, right? So I jump to the next prime number. Is 21 or 7 divisible by 3? Actually, yes, 21 is divisible by 3, so I put the 3 here. But as it's only 21 divisible, because 7 is not divisible by 3, I put it there, but I'm not going to circle it, okay? I do the divisions. 21 divided 3 is 7. And 7 divided 3 is not possible, so I just copy it down. Now I have 7 and 7. And I'm going to see, is any of those numbers divisible by 3? No. So I jump to the next prime number, 5. Is any of those numbers divisible by 5? No. So I need to jump to the next prime number, in this case number 7. Is any of those two numbers divisible by 7? Yes. So I put the 7 here, and as they are both divisible by 7, I just circle it, okay? And I put the results below. So 7 divided 7 is 1, and 7 divided 7 is 1. That means I already finished, both numbers are in 1. So I'm going to look for my answer. Remember, I'm only going to multiply the numbers that are in circle. So in this case, it's 2 times 7, so it's 14. That means the GCF of 42 and 56 is 14. That's it, you finish. As a summary, so it's exactly the same as LCM. We do the prime factorization of both numbers at the same time. The only thing that changed is that we're going to circle the divisor that helps to divide both numbers. If it helps to divide both numbers, we circle it. If not, we don't. And at the end, we only multiply the numbers that are in circles. That's it. I hope you understood. Bye-bye.